Hello! What's going on, everybody? Less than 3 weeks until Euro 2021. With that being said, if you haven't seen my last video, I created my own fantasy league. The winner of this league will be winning $75. I've got over 100 of you in the league so far. I'd love to keep that list going, so if you haven't already, please join. I'll leave a link in the description along with the code. Go do it, why not? But anyways, on to today's video. We're going to be going over the best defender from every single team in Euro 2021. The video where I've done the most overrated players from every country in Euro 2021 did very well, so I figured to keep these kind of videos going. This video, just like the last one, is a bit controversial, so if you have any disagreements with what I say, let me know in the comments below. A lot of these teams have solid defenders, and it's really close, honestly, debating which one's the best, so yeah. There will definitely be some disagreements here, I already know it. Let's just get into it though. Starting off with Italy, I've gone for Chiellini. I feel like it's hard to argue on this one. He's definitely the most iconic defender. Maybe he hasn't had overall the best season, but in terms of his career, in terms of his knowledge, this guy has to be going down as the best defender at the back for Italy. This will probably be his last international tournament as he's getting old, but luckily Italy have a lot of options to cover for him in the future, such as Bastoni. Moving on to Wales, this one is pretty tough. I would say Ben Davies normally. Hasn't had the best season though, and also is injured. If we got to give it to someone else other than Ben Davies, I might have to go with Neko Williams. Neko Williams hasn't played much this season, however, he has been getting a lot of playing time on the national team and usually performs there, is one of the more noticeable defenders. I gotta choose him. Switzerland is a very tough one. There are two Swiss players in the Bundesliga that have been doing very well, Akanji and Elvedi. Elvedi has been a very crucial part to Borussia Mönchengladbach's team, has even contributed in some goals as well. This is a tough one, but based on how they did defensively, how much they won and all that, I gotta give it to Akanji. Dortmund have had a rough patch this season, but he did bounce back for sure. Turkey, I gotta go with Soyuncu. There are a lot of decent Turkish defenders, but this guy has had an incredible season. Leicester did dip at the end of the Premier League, finishing 5th. Unfortunately didn't get top 4, but still, a tremendous season under Brendan Rodgers. Won the FA Cup and all that, and Soyuncu has been a big part to Leicester's defensive system. I gotta give him credit for this. He is probably the best Turkish defender right now. Now moving on to Denmark, another tough one. I think it's either Christensen or Kjaer. Chelsea have been improving, but Christensen wasn't necessarily part of Tuchel's plan. Hasn't been starting in many of the matches. Not getting as much playing time compared to the rest of the defenders on the side. Milan have had an amazing season, and Kjaer was a more crucial part to the defensive system for this side. I think I gotta go with Kjaer on this one, but it's close. And again, sorry if I'm pronouncing his name wrong. Moving on to Belgium, this is a very tough one because, obviously, I would normally say Toby Alderweireld, but he has been dipping a bit in form lately. Tottenham have not been looking at their prime at all. In terms of who's been like in the most form this season, I think it's Denier. But Tottenham overall have just been a mess this season. I think Toby Alderweireld will be able to bounce back this summer. I'm still going to give him the best defender on the Belgian side. Vertonghen's also an amazing option, but I just think Alderweireld has a little bit more in him right now. Moving on to Finland, I've gone with Thomas Lahm. It was pretty hard to judge on Finland. I'm going to be honest, I don't really watch many of the leagues the defenders are in. However, this guy was a great addition to the Pex Volu side in the Dutch league. Yeah, I got to give it to him. Now moving on to Russia, I've gone for Mario Fernandes. Probably one of the more popular Russian defenders, but by all means deserved. Crucial part to Russia's team. I mean, this guy's Brazilian too, so it makes sense, I guess. Now for Netherlands, Van Dyke is the obvious choice, but he probably won't be playing this summer. So with that considered, I think it's either De Ligt or De Vries. This is a very close choice, both playing for top teams in Serie A. So in terms of recent form, I think I gotta go with De Vries, as Inter Milan have won Serie A, and Juventus have been a bit all over the place this season. They did clinch the Champions League spot for top 4, but it's really like by a thin margin, I swear. But yeah, I'm going to go with De Vries on this one. Now for Ukraine, I'm going to go with Zinchenko. Not only is this guy the best defender for Ukraine, I think he's Ukraine's best player. Macedonia, it's either between Rostovski or Alioski. Alioski has been a crucial part to Leeds' team. However, the reason why I'm a bit hesitant on choosing him is because even though he is labeled as a defender, he goes up a lot. He used to play right mid. This guy is all over the pitch. I know in the last video I said Rostovski is the most overrated Macedonian player, but already Macedonia's squad is underrated. That's why I had to choose somebody. I think I'm going to go Rostovski on this one, but like I said, it's close. And a big factor to this decision is because Rostovski is more defensive than Alioski. Austria, the obvious choice is David Alaba, but on the national team, this guy doesn't always play in defense, obviously. Sometimes he's in the midfield. So with that being said, I'm going to go with Hinteregger. Croatia, this is up for debate for sure. All the Croatian defenders have had amazing seasons this year. Barisic winning the Scottish League, Lovren winning the Russian League, Vida winning the Turkish League. All these defenders are honestly at the same level in my opinion. They pop off a lot, but then they randomly become inconsistent. This is a very tough one to decide. I said he was overrated in the last video, but I still think he is one of Croatia's best defenders that they've had in history that is still playing and clearly is still good. I'm going to go with Lovren. He's injured right now, but we'll see if he makes a return for the Euros. England. Oh, this is going to be tough. Everyone always slams on my decisions for whatever I choose for England because they have such a sick squad right now. It's hard to decide. I mean, they didn't even take Trent Alexander-Arnold in the squad. That's how many options they have at right back. It's just crazy. Maguire is injured right now. He's probably not going to make it for the Euros, which is a bit sad. I want to say Kyle Walker. He's a very solid option, but there are moments when he makes some mistakes. And he also isn't always starting for City. Joao Cancelo is taking his place a lot. With so many choices to choose from England, I'm going to go with someone who has had an amazing season this year, Luke Shaw. This guy was considered one of the more overrated options, almost got his career ruined when Jose Mourinho was at Manchester United, but this guy totally bounced back this year, being one of the best fullbacks in the league. I gotta give it to him for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below on this one especially because I'm really unsure about this decision. Scotland, I think the obvious choice here is Robertson. You could say Tierney as well, but I think Robertson is the best Scottish player by miles. Czech Republic, I've gone for Tufal. This guy along with Souček were amazing signings for West Ham. Souček getting a lot of credit, but we don't give this guy enough. He's been brilliant all season. A lot of Czech defenders have had amazing seasons, but I think this guy deserves the most recognition. He's the best defender right now that they've got. For Spain, I've gone for Sergio Ramos. I hope there's not too much disagreement there. Now, of course, the day after I record this and while I'm editing, I get the news that Sergio Ramos will not be in the Spain squad anymore. This is mainly due to the fact that Laporte has changed his nationality to Spain, which I mentioned later in the video, but yeah. Looks like Laporte is going to be Spain's best defender this summer. Poland, I'd normally say Piszczek, but he's definitely past his prime. We're going to go for Southampton's defender Bednarek. Southampton overall have had their ups and downs this season, not finishing very high in the league obviously, but this guy's still been decent for them. Sweden, I'm going for Lindelof. This guy bounced back in his career just like Luke Shaw, honestly. Very, very solid defender, has been very good for Manchester United this season. I'm very curious to see how well he can do with Sweden this summer. Slovakia, very, very obvious choice here. Skriniar. I don't think I need to elaborate myself on this one. Now France, I would say Laporte, but this guy is not being selected in the squad for some weird reason. I mean, I guess I can't question the manager because he won the World Cup. He clearly knows what he's doing, but this guy's literally trying to switch his nationality to Spain. So with that being said, I'll go with Varane on this one. There's a lot of decent options, but I think he's still proven to be the best one out of all of the amazing French defenders. Germany, throughout his career I would say Hummels, and the fact that he's back is awesome. Rudiger is also a solid choice as he has been amazing ever since Tuchel has signed for Chelsea. This is a really tough one. I think Hummels has still been in decent form though, so with that being said, I'm going to give him the best player. Portugal, I've gone for Ruben Dias. Portugal, they've got a lot of great defenders here, especially throughout recent times, but I think this guy is undeniably the best one out of all of them. Ruben Dias has been killing it for Manchester City. I think one of the best signings in the Premier League this year. Hungary, this one's pretty easy as well. I've gone for Orban. Pretty crucial player to Leipzig's system. Doesn't start in every single game, but a good chunk of them. Definitely their best defensive player right now. Well, that's the end of the video, guys. Any disagreements? You let me know in the comments. Yours are coming up very soon. Very excited. Again, if you haven't signed up for the Fantasy League, please do so. Link in the description. Like this video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you all very, very soon. La cu noci.